Did you know that in Hanoi alone, there are more street food vendors than there are Starbucks in the entire United States? That's right! We're talking about a culinary universe where flavor explodes on every corner, a symphony of sizzling sounds and aromatic clouds. Today, we're diving headfirst into the chaotic, delicious, and sometimes downright daring world of Vietnamese street food. Forget your fancy restaurants. This is where the real magic happens, where generations of culinary secrets are passed down through steaming bowls and crispy rolls. From the iconic pho to the mysterious Trung Viet Lon, we're exploring the ultimate foodie's guide. Why? Because understanding Vietnamese street food isn't just about eating. It's about experiencing the heart and soul of Vietnam, a vibrant tapestry woven with spices, herbs, and centuries of tradition. So hit that like button, subscribe for more epic food adventures, and stay tuned as we count down the top 15 must-try street food experiences in Vietnam. Number 15, bánh mì. Let's start with a global superstar, bánh mì. This isn't just a sandwich, it's a symphony of textures and flavors. Crispy baguette, savory pâté, layers of pickled veggies, fresh herbs, and maybe a dash of chili if you're brave. But here's the thing, not all bánh mì are created equal. You might find a vendor using questionable meat cuts, or bread that's been sitting out too long. And trust me, a bad bánh mì is like a sad song, just wrong. Pro tip, always check for a busy stall. High turnover equals fresh ingredients. Look for that golden crust on the baguette. And if they add extra cilantro, just say yes. Seriously, just say yes. It's the secret ingredient that elevates it from good to unforgettable. Number 14, Goi Quan, the fresh rolls. Next up, the refreshing Goi Quan, or fresh spring rolls. Imagine a burst of coolness on a sweltering day. Rice paper wrapped around succulent shrimp, tender pork, crisp veggies, and aromatic herbs. Sounds healthy, right? Well, it can be. But here's the catch, hygiene. If the veggies aren't washed properly, or the shrimp isn't fresh, you're playing Russian roulette with your stomach. And let's be honest, no one wants to spend their vacation in a bathroom. So, look for vendors with clean prep areas and fresh-looking ingredients. Check the color of the shrimp. It should be vibrant pink. And remember, that peanut sauce is your best friend. It's the perfect balance of sweet, savory, and nutty. Number 13, Bún Chả, Obama's choice. Remember when Obama and Bourdain shared bún chả? Iconic. This dish features grilled pork patties and cold noodles in a sweet and sour broth. It's heaven in a bowl. But here's the potential pitfall. Undercooked pork. You want those patties grilled to perfection, not a pinkish gamble. If you see smoke and smell deliciousness, you're probably in the right place. And if you spill the broth on your shirt, well, that's just part of the experience, a badge of honor for a true bún chả enthusiast. The key is in the char on the meat and the balance of the nuoc cham. Number 12, Xôi, the sticky rice delight. Xôi is the ultimate comfort food. Sticky rice topped with everything from mung beans to shredded chicken. It's like a warm hug in a bowl, perfect for breakfast or a mid-afternoon snack. But watch out for the sugar rush. Some vendors go overboard with the sweet stuff, drowning the rice in sugary syrup. And let's be real, a sugar crash in the middle of a bustling market isn't fun. Choose vendors with a variety of toppings, and don't be afraid to ask for less sugar. Unless you're running a marathon, then go wild. The texture of the sticky rice should be slightly chewy, and the toppings should add a balance of sweet and savory. Number 11, Bánh xèo, the sizzling pancake. Bánh xèo is a sizzling, crispy pancake filled with shrimp, pork, and bean sprouts. It's a spectacle to watch being made, the batter hissing and bubbling in the pan. But here's the thing, it can be oily. Very oily. If you're not careful, you'll be wearing half a liter of cooking oil. Look for vendors who use fresh oil and drain the pancakes well. And if you hear that satisfying sizzle, you're in for a treat. The edges should be lacy and crisp, and the filling should be cooked through but still tender. Number 10, Chè, the sweet soup. Chè is a sweet dessert soup that comes in countless variations. From coconut milk to beans and jellies, it's a sweet adventure. But be warned, some chè can be incredibly sweet. Like your teeth are going to fall out sweet. Ask for a sample before committing. And don't be afraid to mix and match ingredients. It's your dessert, your rules. The texture should be a delightful mix of soft, chewy, and crunchy. Number 9, Ho Chi, the snail adventure. Ready for something adventurous? Hoc is a variety of snails cooked in different ways. From stir-fried to steamed, it's a culinary thrill. But here's the challenge, knowing which snails are safe. Some can be, shall we say, challenging for the uninitiated. Stick to popular vendors with high turnover, and if you're unsure, ask the locals for recommendations. And hey, if you don't like it, at least you tried. The key is in the freshness of the snails and the flavorful sauces. Number 8, bangkwon, the steamed rolls. Bangkwon are delicate steamed rice rolls filled with minced pork and mushrooms. They're light, flavorful, and incredibly satisfying. But the texture can be tricky. Too thick and it's like eating wet paper. Too thin and it falls apart. Look for vendors with a smooth, translucent roll. And that dipping sauce? It's the secret weapon. A tangy and slightly sweet nuoc cham that brings everything together. Number 7, pho boga, the iconic noodle soup. Pho, the king of Vietnamese street food. A steaming bowl of noodle soup with beef or chicken. It's a national treasure, a culinary icon. But here's the kicker, the broth. It takes hours, sometimes days to perfect. And some vendors cut corners using MSG or artificial flavors. If the broth tastes bland or overly salty, move on. A good pho broth is like a warm hug for your soul, a complex symphony of spices and herbs. And remember, extra herbs are always a good idea. Cilantro, basil, lime, load it up. The noodles should be soft but not mushy, and the meat should be tender. Number 6, Trung Vit Lon, the fertilized duck egg. Okay, hold on to your hats. Trung Vit Lon is a fertilized duck egg. Yes, you heard that right. It's an acquired taste, a culinary dare. And let's be honest, it's not for everyone. But if you're feeling adventurous and want to truly experience Vietnamese culture, give it a try. Just make sure it's cooked properly. You want the embryo to be developed, but not too far along. And maybe don't think too much about what you're eating. Focus on the rich, savory broth and the unique texture. It's definitely a conversation starter. Number 5, bánh gỏi, the fried pillow. Bánh gỏi are crispy fried pastries filled with minced pork and glass noodles. They're like a savory pillow of deliciousness, perfect for a quick snack. But watch out for the oil content. Too much, and you'll feel like you swallowed a deep fryer. Look for vendors with a golden brown, not dark brown pastry. And don't forget the dipping sauce. It's the perfect complement, a balance of sweet, sour, and spicy. The pastry should be flaky, and the filling should be well seasoned. Number 4, nem lui, the grilled meat skewers. Nem lui are grilled minced pork skewers wrapped in rice paper with herbs and dipping sauce. They're smoky, flavorful, and incredibly satisfying. But here's the catch, the grilling. If it's not done right, the meat can be dry and tough. Look for vendors with a smoky grill and juicy-looking skewers. And remember, the more herbs, the better. Mint, cilantro, lettuce, load it up! The peanut sauce is also crucial, adding a rich, nutty flavor. The meat should be slightly charred, but still tender. Number 3, Cao Lao, Hoi An's unique noodles. Cao Lao is a noodle dish unique to Hoi An. It's a mix of Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese flavors, a culinary crossroads. The noodles are special, made with water from a specific well in Hoi An, giving them a unique texture. The broth is flavorful, and the toppings are varied, including crispy pork skin and fresh herbs. But here's the secret, the water. It's said that the water used to make the noodles must come from a specific well in Hoi An. If it's not, it's just not Cao Lao. So if you're in Hoi An, this is a must-try. And if you're not, well, book a flight. The noodles should have a slightly chewy texture, and the broth should be a balance of savory and slightly sweet. Number 2, mi quang, the turmeric noodles. Mi quang is a turmeric-infused noodle dish from the Quang Nam province. It's colorful, flavorful, and packed with textures. The noodles are thick and chewy, the broth is rich and aromatic, and the toppings are varied, including peanuts, herbs, and crispy rice crackers. But be warned, some versions can be spicy. If you're not a fan of heat, ask for it mild. And don't forget the crispy rice crackers on top. They add the perfect crunch. The turmeric gives the noodles a vibrant yellow color and a slightly earthy flavor. Number 1, Bun Bo Hue, the spicy beef noodle soup. And finally, the champion of Vietnamese street food, Bun Bo Hue. This spicy beef noodle soup is a flavor explosion, a culinary masterpiece. It's rich, savory, and has a kick that will wake up your taste buds. But here's the thing, it's not for the faint of heart. If you can't handle spice, this might be a challenge. But if you can, you're in for a treat. This isn't just a soup, it's an experience, a journey through layers of flavor. The broth is the star, a complex blend of beef, lemongrass, and chili. The various cuts of beef, the pig's blood cake, and the herbs add depth and texture. The noodles should be thick and chewy, and the spice level should be just right. But wait, there's more. Vietnam's street food scene is a never-ending adventure, a culinary playground. From the crispy bun trang nuong, Vietnamese pizza, to the crunchy cha jo, spring rolls. and the mini pancakes known as bánh cot. Every corner offers a new culinary surprise. Don't be afraid to wander off the beaten path, try something new, and embrace the unexpected. You might just discover your next favorite dish, a hidden gem that will forever change your perception of Vietnamese cuisine. The diversity is incredible, and the flavors are unforgettable. So, there you have it, the ultimate foodie's guide to Vietnamese street food. From global sensations to local secrets, we've explored the flavors, the risks, and the sheer joy of eating on the streets of Vietnam. Remember, Vietnamese street food isn't just about the food, it's about the experience. It's about the people, the culture, and the stories behind each dish. So get out there, be adventurous, and eat your heart out. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more delicious adventures. What's your favorite Vietnamese street food? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching.